Hi, YouTube. Sorry. Hi, I'm so tired. I've been trying to psych myself up to make this video for like 5 minutes and I just couldn't. So, hopefully my energy will pick up. Please don't stop watching. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about um, just one bonus about being autistic. I guess like probably anything, it's a bit of a double edged sword, but I think this is something that's good both about being autistic and that's good for society to wait, what am I trying to say? That that we bring to the table. That we bring to the table of society. I don't know. And that is that we more so than neurotypicals we're kind of, I don't want to say more so than the neurotypicals could really experience. We're forced to question society because neurotypicals born into society, they just absorb it. They absorb all of these rules and assumptions and just this is the way things are done. And it's not that neurotypicals can't question those things or aren't sometimes just a second aren't sometimes thrown off or just like, oh, this is weird. Maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Of course that happens. But for us, it's more pervasive. And I think there's assumptions that are much more basic than neurotypicals tend to think about or come up with on their own or recognize on their own that that just don't make sense to us. I mean, it's not that we're trying to question things even. It's just that we don't understand. We notice this assumption has been made or this rule is in place and we're like, why? It just we can't help but come to that conflict because we're not just absorbing this stuff. It's stuff that we have to intellectually process in order to seem normal. But for me, I know there were always times, and there are still times when I just simply don't understand. I don't understand why there's a certain expectation, or why things are done a certain way, or why people, make a certain assumption about the world and base entire worldviews off of it. Um, and so I'm forced to question those things. And it's not that those things are always wrong, of course. But there's basically three possibilities. Either the thing really is wrong and we need to change it, in which case, yeah, it's a really good thing that we brought it up. Two, it's a good thing and we shouldn't change it, but we've kind of lost the wisdom behind why we're doing this thing. Nobody can really articulate it anymore. And so in those cases, somebody like me winds up trying to probably I mean me specifically, I'm not going to speak for all autistic people, but for me, like, I would just have to try breaking the rule or throwing out the assumption or whatever until I come up to some problem. And then I'm like, oh, that's why you're supposed to do it that way. This just didn't make sense to me before. Nobody could explain it to me to my satisfaction. And then there's the third possibility that it's a good thing and people can articulate the good reasons for it. In which case, I guess questioning it is a nice exercise, but not really super useful. But in the other two possibilities, which are often the case, especially in our society, which is like, I think anyone can agree is pretty messed up. It's really good to have people who are looking at society with sort of a fresh set of eyes. And I feel like for non-autistic people, there's kind of their lenses are just inherently kind of shaded. And so it's really useful to have people like us who don't absorb the stuff naturally, and who are forced to navigate it explicitly rather than implicitly. I kind of wonder if Socrates wasn't autistic just because of how he was. And I know, like, for myself and a number of other people, a number of other autistic people, like, I think we tend to have an easier time also just sort of calmly evaluating ideas and statements that may seem very taboo or very outside the norm. I don't want to say that's a universal because I don't know that it is, but I anecdotally see a tendency there, to just really be willing to consider things that other people are not willing to consider sometimes, or wouldn't think to consider. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. As you know, I mean, I don't. It's sad that we should even really need a reason to justify our existence or whatever. But I would like to bring things more to a place where, we can all be appreciated for our gifts and to what we bring to the table. And I'm not saying any of this to trash neurotypicals. It's just, we have different gifts than you. And that's part of the frustration with pathologizing autism, is that, there are some people who are, really severely impaired in terms of being able to do what they want to do in life, to the extent that most people can. But, in general, we really, it seems it's frustrating to have to frame it as we have a disability, because the issue is often more about the fact that society just makes things unnecessarily difficult for us and doesn't, people and institutions and systems don't respect our differences and don't allow us to thrive as we could and to give back what we really have the capacity to, which is very powerful. So, okay, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done for now. But thanks for tuning in. And, all this stuff. Give me a like and subscribe and, comment if you have anything to say about it.